O.G.R.E, come in, O.G.R.E. What is your position? The shrill voice of the corrections officer squealed through the radio. Nothing to report yet, Dax replied, rolling his eyes. His suit rumbled around him as he looked through the thick, clear visor separating him from the void. His target, a piece of twisted metal from a re-entry accident, floated listlessly in front of him. As he looked down, the earth spun peacefully miles below him. He gritted his teeth in a snarl as he grabbed for the magnetic gun attached to his leg. Pulling the piece of equipment free, he aimed it at the metal as the thrusters on his suit shut off. "You're not O.G.R.E, the CO exclaimed over the radio. "O.G.R.E? Dax, what are you doing out there?" "I'm an orbital garbage removal expert," Dax said, squeezing the trigger. "I'm doing my job. No reason to give it to someone else." The gun let off a low hum as it pulled him the rest of the way into the debris. Catching himself on it, he placed the magnet gun back in its holster. "This isn't your job. This is O.G.R.E.'s job. Report back to your ship immediately," the corrections officer shouted. "I could, or I can tag this piece of debris for rapid collection and not delay the return of the Mars mission another day," Dax countered. He tapped his fingers on the metal as he waited for a response. The soft impacts of his heavy suit clanked through the form-fitting piece of equipment and into his helmet. Several more seconds of silence drifted on the crackling radio. Dax turned to see their junker of a ship, more spare parts than original, floating a few hundred yards behind him. "You there, Johnson, or am I just doing my best Ian Malcolm impression out here?" Dax asked. "It's CO to you," Johnson's voice crackled back. "Command says continue the mission." Dax raised his left arm. A bracer filled with just about every tool he'd need sat on his forearm. Grabbing a small metal disc from the bracer, he attached it to the debris. With a tap in its center, a soft red light started to blink. The radio squawked, sending a bolt of pain through his ears. "I thought we were fixing the feedback problem," Dax snarled. "This isn't Johnson," a young voice Dax knew was Mark whispered. "Johnson never called command. There's a debris cloud headed your way. You need to find some cover right now. You're going to get torn apart out there." "And this is according to?" Dax asked. "It's according to Johnson's radar, which I am piggybacking. You have 15 seconds. It's coming from your 12. I'm not messing around, O.G.R.E. Hurry,